Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite products of 2018. Not everything was released this year, but it's just things that I've been reaching for time and time again, despite the embarrassing amount of makeup that I've accumulated over this year. These products have been on my top shelf, in my travel bag, getting used very regularly. So if you want to find out what my favorites are this year, please stay tuned. So the reason we're starting in the bathroom is because, like all people who love makeup and beauty, skincare is prime. And what I have here is the Clairsonic. I have the PRIMA, which is just the simple version. It is not Bluetooth connected. It doesn't have a timer or anything. However, it works great. I've been using this for about 6 weeks, morning and night. I've probably only missed a few days here and there. And I've noticed a huge improvement in the overall texture and evenness of my skin. I was a little bit skeptical, however, Tati swears by this and she can really do and afford anything that she wants to do. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this up, try it out, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use it right now like I normally would. So I'm just gonna wet it and I'm just going to throw on a little bit of cleanser. I'm just using the soy face cleanser from Fresh. It's fine. It's not like super great, but it's fine. It works. And I'm just gonna wet my face and go to town. So they suggest to do like 20 seconds kind of in your T-zone area and then 20 seconds on each cheek. So I don't like typically stay in one area. I usually just kind of move it all over. But like I said, I've noticed a huge improvement. And I have pretty good skin, so for me to be able to notice a difference, I was pretty excited. And then I just rinse it off. Give it a little dry and a clean cloth. And I rinse my face. Okay, so now that my skin is all clean and moisturized, we are going to be going in with the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer from First Aid Beauty. I absolutely love this stuff. It is really similar to the Glow Starter from Glam Glow, but it is half the price and it is much less strongly scented. So if that's something that bothers you, this is definitely one to try. It gives such a nice level of luminosity underneath your foundation. Nice and glowy. It has a beautiful texture to it. Like no scent at all, I would say. It just kind of smells like, you know, like a non-scented lotion, so that's really good. Okay, so next we're going to be hopping into contour. This has been one of the other things in 2018 that I've kind of fallen in love with, and that is the reverse foundation routine. I find that my skin and my face and everything just looks so much brighter and fresher and more youthful, especially when I do my contour before my foundation. So we are going to be going into a palette that I have reached for time and time again. This is the Tarteist Pro Glow, and I do like the highlight shades here, but what I really enjoy in this palette are these two contouring shades. So we've got the cream contour shade here, which is called Shade, and then we've got like a powder contour here, which is called Sculpt. So I'm going to be going in with a foundation brush. So I'm going to be going in with a foundation brush. I've got, well, it's actually a kabuki brush from Sigma. This is the F84. Going into the cream shade here, not too much because it's super pigmented, and I'm just going to contour my face. This does have like a nice light chocolate scent to it, so if you're sensitive to scents, you might want to skip this palette, but I do really like this nice muddy color. It doesn't have too much warmth in it, so it's not making me look too orange, and it's very easy to blend. Alright, so now for foundation, this is my absolute new drugstore favorite, and this is the Light Illusion Foundation from Flower Beauty. I have the shade Nude L3. There is SPF 18 in here, and it blends and wears like an absolute dream. It lasts all day, it looks flawless. To me, it looks like skin, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So, nice glass bottle with a pump. Just throw one pump on the back of my hand, and I pick up my other favorite here, which is the Miracle Complexion Sponge from Real Techniques, and I just bounce it on my face. It does give a beautiful skin-like finish, not too sateen, not too matte. It's just nicely in the middle. And again, works really well with the illuminating primer underneath. Few notes about this sponge. It is beautiful. It, like, once you wet it, it gets to be like 2 to 3 times its original size. And it just covers like a lot of surface area in a really short amount of time, which I really like. Okay, so popping back into the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, I'm going to be picking up the Sculpt shade here, the powder shade, just on a nice bronze bouquet brush from Eco Tools. And I'm just going to like kind of stamp this on where I put the contour underneath, just to give it a little bit more definition. Alright, so next up, because I'm looking a little naked, we're going to throw on some brows. And my favorite this year has been the Kush Fiber Brow Gel from Milk Makeup. I have the shade Haze, which is like the taupey blonde kind of shade. And I've been trying out different ways to do my brows. I've been using pencils, pomades, powders, all the P's in the world. But almost every day I still end up using this in some capacity, whether it's to like comb them through initially or use it afterwards to put in like a little bit more like different color and dimension in my brows. I almost always use this. So this has been a staple in my makeup routine. It has a nice teeny tiny little spoolie on there so you can like really comb up the brows in the specific manner that you want. And it has a decent amount of hold to it. It's just a good product. It adds like a good texture to the brows without like making them look too overdone. Like, look at that. That's just using this, like only that. No pencil, no powder, no nothing. It's impressive. Okay, so next I want to talk about a couple of makeup brushes that have made doing my makeup this year like a little bit easier or more enjoyable. And first, I want to talk about the Morphe M433. It is like kind of an all-over eyeshadow shader brush. It's just like the perfect fluffiness, the perfect size. I have really like small eyes. I don't have very much lid space. And this one, whether you hold it like this or whether you hold it like this, it just ends up buffing the makeup out in a really nice, easy fashion. I love this brush. See, you can like really get in the socket. Like, yeah, mama. So sticking on the eyes, I'm going to be talking about the Scattered Light from Hourglass. This is probably no surprise to anyone who watches YouTube or anything. These are absolutely amazing. The texture and the longevity of the wear on these is so fantastic. I usually just take it on my finger here and then just pat it on. That's kind of how they instruct you to do it. I don't usually use a brush. You can use a brush to kind of like buff it out if you need to. But it doesn't pick up super great on a brush because it is a little bit creamy. But it lasts, oh, you know, 11, 12 hours, no problem. It does not crease, and I have the oiliest eyelids in the world, no problem. Like, literally no problem. And this is just something that I reach for day after day because it is the easiest way to just make a simple kind of girl next door glam look. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about. Okay, I have 3 more brushes that I want to mention. 2 are from Real Techniques and 1 is from e.l.f. So they're all like super reasonably priced. First one is the Multitask Cheek Brush, and this just has a nice tapered fluffy round head. You can use it for contour, you can use it for setting under your eyes, you can use it for base shadow. Absolutely fantastic. Really similar but just a little bit smaller is the setting brush. This one I use pretty much just for setting underneath my eyes here, or again if I just want to do like a big sweep of color on my eyelids. Absolutely fantastic brush. Last brush we're going to talk about is the bronzing brush from e.l.f. This one I actually don't use as a bronzer, as a bronzing brush. You totally could. I love this as a blush brush. It is so soft and fluffy and it just has like the right angle. So when I pop into my blush, which I'll do right now, I'm just going to use this one from Sephora. And you can just really like, just poof, pop it on the cheeks. And it's just like I said, it's nice and soft. So that helps to diffuse the color. You're not getting like a bam of color when you don't really want it. And it just smooths it out really nicely. It's almost like a soft stippling. Alright, so back onto the eyes. We are sticking in the drugstore family and we're going to be talking about the MegaLength mascara from Wet n Wild. I don't know if this has like been around forever. I don't know why I don't hear people talking about it very much. This mascara is literally amazing. I swear, like I curl my lashes and I put them on and then like wear it all day and I wash my face at night and take it off, and I swear my eyelashes are still like more curled the next morning. Like I don't know what voodoo is in here that is like, it's like perming my lashes, I swear. Now, to mention, this is super black, it is super long wearing, it will not flake, it will not smear, it doesn't smudge underneath my eyes. However, it is a pain in the patootie to get off. Like I use an oil cleanser and I typically don't get all the mascara off, like literally don't. So it is a very, very, very strong formula, which might actually irritate some people. And the only reason I'm saying that is because it's so hard to get off that there's got to be some chemicals in there that are really making it latch onto your eyelashes and stay for a long time. So just keep that in mind. It has a silicone spoolie here, which has really, really short bristles. They're very hard to see, and I thought it was going to be kind of difficult to comb through, or I thought it was going to kind of like hit my eyelids underneath, but it really doesn't. It is a wet formula, so you can definitely build it up, but once it's dry, you kind of can't throw any more of this on top. I have had luck just using like Too Faced Better Than Sex over top just to kind of zhuzh them up after a few hours. But this stuff, the way that it dries down, and because it's so wet, it doesn't really go back on top of itself, if that makes sense. Alright everybody, that is it for my favorites of 2018 video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope everybody has a great day and a great New Year's. And let's say buenos dias to 2018. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for this year to be over. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you next time. Aloha. Hi, Peanut. Wanna say hello? Oh, say hello? Big galoot. See?